Do, 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 do. Go live. Oh, we're live. Oh, we are live. Weird. Not sure why that happened. Let's see here. Oh, what do we want to do? Tara, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna shrink that a little bit. I figured tonight we're just gonna do a bit of a chill stream. Might get my music going again. Here we go. Oh, you're getting an ad. This stream is sponsored by The Strangers, Chapter 1. Only in theaters Friday. Never mind. Let me know if you can hear that music, or if it's too quiet or too loud or what. I have it kind of quiet on here. Some chill music. We're just vibing. Just vibing here today. I want to do some tier lists. I'm not sure what to do though. I can hear it. It's a good volume for me. Awesome. Sweet. Well, let me know if that changes. I want to do like a tier list of something fun. I just can't think. Like, there are cartoon ones, music ones. Let's see. Where's some fun? Disney movies would be fun. Oh, what are we doing here? What is that? Let's do Disney movies. That could be fun. Okay. I don't like when people do too much with this. Let's just do S tier, which is the best. A tier, which is like very, very good. B tier, which is good. C tier, which is average. D tier, below average. And then F tier is just bad. And then we'll keep the I haven't seen. So, before we begin, this is my list. It is correct. I am the objective opinion. No one can disagree with how I rank these movies because my opinions are perfect. Understood? Everyone on the same page? All right, fun. Let's talk about some Disney movies. Oh man, we got quite a bit. Whew. Let's see. Okay, The Lion King 2. Simba's Pride. Have we seen The Lion King 2? Because let me tell you, my sister was obsessed with this movie growing up. I saw The Lion King 2 more than I've seen The Lion King 1. Kiara. Kovu's the goat. There's some great songs in this one. If you haven't listened to My Lullaby, go listen to My Lullaby. It's a great villain song. I think it's a bop from The Lion King 2. Also, He Is Not One of Us is a great song. This one is probably nostalgia. I haven't watched this movie since I was a literal child, so I am going to put it in B tier. I think it's good. It's not as good as the original, but it has good moments. And as far as the Disney sequels go, I quite like it. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I think that, listen, this is the first feature length animated film. It's a 30s movie. It's iconic. It like deserves some respect. Now, is this a movie that I ever want to sit down and watch? Not really. Not really. I maybe watched it 1 or 2 times growing up, but not really. I'm going to put it in. I do really, the animation is great. Like the rotoscoped, how they did it is so impressive. Wow. We're going to put it in C, average. I respect it, but I never really want to watch it. So please screenshot this. Me putting The Lion King 2 above Snow White. Home on the Range. I remember renting this from Blockbuster as a child. And I think it's just okay. I don't remember much about it. I remember the villain is like a yodeler who tries to like hypnotize the cows with yodels. So that's kind of stupid now that I'm saying it out loud. So we're going to put him in D. D tier for Home on the Range. The Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea? Is that what it says? Yeah, Return to the Sea. I have not seen The Little Mermaid 2. I'm going to put in not seen. I'm sure it's very good. Maybe. The Jungle Book 2 I have seen. I loved The Jungle Book growing up, so I'll have a lot to say when we get to that eventually. I'm sure it's on here. The Jungle Book 2 I don't think is as good. I remember the climax of this movie being very good because it's like Shere Khan attacking Mowgli in this, it's like a lava temple. I thought that was very cool. Besides that, I think the premise of this movie is that like at the end of the Jungle Book, Mowgli goes to the man village, and then this one is like Baloo dragging Mowgli back to the jungle, I think, because he misses his friend, and I think that's very sweet. I feel like I would probably miss my little friend too. I'll put in average. The Incredibles. What an incredible movie. We have a whole episode of it on Dial Up Movie Club, and I do think I gave it a 10 out of 10. I think The Incredibles is a great movie. I think it's one of Pixar's best. It's going in S tier. Like, it's just phenomenal. Lilo and Stitch, banger again. Like, not only one of my favorite Disney movies, one of my favorite movies, period. Yeah, The Incredibles is a great film. Like, that, like, 60s spy aesthetic, the superhero, like, the drama, and a lot of stuff, like, is very mature in that movie. It's like watching it as a kid where you're just like, wow, the action is great, the animation is great, but then as an adult you're like, wow, like the main character goes through a midlife crisis. Like how many Disney movies or animated movies as like the center of it is just like a man in his like past his prime, just living in the past and not living in the moment with his family and like having to learn that. That's incredible. But Lilo and Stitch, the animation, 10 out of 10. Like the watercolor backgrounds are some of the most beautiful ever put to film. The characters are so endearing. Like Lilo is like an amazing character. Like she's so funny. She's like one of the most accurate depictions of a child, I think, on film. She's so good. And then Stitch is amazing. All the character designs are amazing. We talk about it in the dial-up episode, but like the way the animators kind of blended the Hawaiian aesthetic into the spaceships and the sci-fi aesthetic, that way it wasn't so jarring going from outer space scenes to the Hawaii scenes. It's amazing. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch gets S tier as well. One of the best. One of the best. Cinderella 2, I have not seen. I have nothing to say. Tales from Earthsea, I have not seen. So if anyone has anything to say about Cinderella 2 or Tales from Earthsea, please Be my guess. Oh, Aladdin. Dude, I feel bad. I feel like I'm giving all these movies S tier because Aladdin, I think, is another S tier. I think this and The Lion King are like the two best 90s Disney movies. It's just classic. Robin Williams gives an amazing performance. The music is great. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. It is my... Let me make sure. I feel like my face is blocking the list. So I'm going to move my face over here. There. Is that better? Can we all see better now? Toy Story 2. Oh, it's another great movie. I love Toy Story 2. I think it's my favorite Toy Story movie. But do I want to put in S tier or A? I love this movie. That scene of Jesse getting left at the park and the when somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Oh, I want to cry. I want to cry. It's so good. Al's Toy Barn. We're going to put in A. I might change it later. I do love it. I love it. What is that? Fun and Fancy Free, I have not seen. The Wind Rises, I have not seen. Ponyo, I have heard of, I have not seen. Onward. Here's my hot take. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have kind of a cough. I got bad allergies right now. Onward is, I think, maybe Pixar's most underrated movie. I think people kind of crap on it because the concept of meshing fantasy with like modern day, people weren't really all excited about. But I think the story here, and I think people just bashed on Chris Pratt getting a voice role in Tom Holland because it's, Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. But I think the story here, I bawled like a baby watching this movie. And I think that's just because of me personally and my experiences having lost my dad, and the idea of getting one more day with your dad is just like, it moves me every time. I think it's a very underrated movie. I don't think it's S tier, but it might be A tier. I very much like Onward. I think it's a great movie. Zion, welcome. Yes, I'm glad you agree. 100% underrated. Big Hero 6 is a good movie. I'm not as high on it as I used to be. I used to be very much like big fan of Big Hero 6, but when we rewatched it for Dial Up Movie Club, I don't think I loved it as much. Everything's fun, the animation is good. I don't know what it was. Maybe I'd have to re-listen to the episode, but something didn't click with me as much. It is still good. It is going in B tier, but I think if you would have talked to me like this time last year, it might have gone into A tier. But yeah. Ralph Breaks the Internet. I remember watching this with Kim. We wanted to see it in theaters because we both love the first Wreck-It Ralph. It feels too cookie cutter. That's a good word to put it. Like, there's just not much about it that stands out with Big Hero 6. But Ralph Breaks the Internet, I remember being very excited for because Kim and I loved the first Wreck-It Ralph. Very excited for this to come out. We were going to see it in theaters and we didn't end up going. And then we watched it on Disney Plus when it dropped. And I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say, but it's definitely not good. I think I'm going to put it in D tier. Like, in 10 years, this movie is going to be the most poorly aged film to date. It's already poorly aged. There's Twitter birds, and there's like the memes they use, the screaming goat memes, Bob Ross, like all that is like, it's already very dated looking at it now. And I think just these characters in the first one are so endearing because, yeah, they're in a video game world, but they make their own original games to put the setting in, you know? Like, yes, the what Candy Race game is basically Mario Kart, but it's not, you know? So you can watch it removed from that. So, whatever. Ralph Breaks the Internet, not good. I like all the scenes where they mock the girl from Brave for having that awful Scottish accent. Planes, Fire and Rescue, have not seen. What is this? Secret Wings? Secret of the Wings? Looks like a Tinkerbell movie, have not seen. Oh, excuse me. Cars. The first Cars. I remember seeing this in theater too. I think I went to Build-A-Bear at the mall and made a Build-A-Bear. It was a monkey, and it wore a bunch of Detroit Tigers, the baseball team, clothes. And I remember me and my dad going to Build-A-Bear, getting that monkey, going to watch Cars, and I left my Build-A-Bear in the theater. I left it under the seat. So we get out to the car, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my Build-A-Bear. My monkey, his name was Junior. So we ran back to the theater. We're looking all over. Custodian comes out. It's like, what are you doing in here? And we're like, we're looking for my monkey. And they found it. And so I still have that monkey. So it's just a fun memory I have with this movie. Now, this movie itself... oh, excuse me. My cough is horrible. I need to go get water. After this, I'm going to take a little break and go get water. Cars, I think, is just okay. I don't think it's one of Pixar's best. I don't think it's one of Pixar's worst. I just think it's okay. Like, the characters are fun, but beyond that, not much. I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm going to go get water. This means I win. Nope, wrong way. He's returning now. The king has returned. Zion, you do not win. You never win. Alright. Next up. Pooh's Heffalump movie. I feel like I have watched this. I just have no idea. I have no memory of it. So I'm going to put in not seen. Robin Hood, I have also not seen. But I know it's a popular one. So if anyone has opinions on Robin Hood, let me know. I know it's a lot of people's furry awakening. And I know it's a lot of people's like gay awakening. I know a lot of people think the foxes are hot, either whether you're a man who thinks Robin Hood is hot or a woman who thinks the girl fox's name is hot. I've heard that a lot. So a lot of sexual awakenings with the Fox Robin Hood movie, but I'm going to put in not seen because I haven't seen it. Mulan. That's a great movie. Oops, sorry. Mulan is great. I'll Make a Man Out of You is a banger. One thing I did always notice about Mulan, there is a certain point, and I noticed this with Frozen too. There's a certain point where the music just stops. It just stops being a musical halfway through, and I always found that weird. But yeah, the action is great. Mulan's a great character. Eddie Murphy is fun. I'm willing to put in A or B. What are we thinking? A or B for Mulan? I'm willing to go either. The remake is horrible. I turned it off. I tried. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. A or B for Mulan? I'm honestly kind of leaning. Man, it's like those teams never knew how to do a finale song. Yeah, right? Like, Aladdin has music all the way through to the end. Like, even at the end, isn't Jafar, like, singing as he's messing with them? Doesn't he do, like, a little reprise of Prince Ali? In the climax? Okay, whatever. We'll put it in A for now. Oh, you want to put it in C? Oh, man. Oh, I don't think it's C. I'm going to put it in B. I'll put it in B tier. Let me turn this down just a little bit. It's a little loud. That might just be in my headphones, though. Let me turn down my headphones. Okay. Let's see. Chicken Little. Yeah, I think this movie's kind of bad. I think that's our first F tier. I think the animation is really ugly. The dad character in this song is just one of the worst characters ever. Just so unsupportive of his poor son. The alien subplot is really random and thrown in there. It's just a weird Frankenstein mess of a movie. So sorry to all 2 Chicken Little fans out there. I think Chicken Little is quite bad. Nightmare Before Christmas. This is a very famous movie. Wrong. Oh, we have a Chicken Little defender here. The Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm going to ruffle some feathers here. You ready for this? F tier. I hate Nightmare Before Christmas. No, that's not fair. I'll put it in D tier. There's like a good song in there. But this movie's just so boring. It's so boring. You know, other Chicken Little fans will be back for revenge. You know what? If Chicken Little is the movie that you're willing to like die on that hill, then go for it, man. I'll go for it. I don't like Nightmare Before Christmas, though. I think that movie's just boring, and I'm also a big Tim Burton hater. He does not direct this movie, but it irks me that he gets credit for directing it so much. Yeah. Coraline is way better, so why would you ever need to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas? Hunchback of Notre Dame, I have not seen. Or is it Notre Dame? I think it's Notre Dame. I don't know. I'm not French. Is that French? Is this in France? I don't know. I haven't seen it. So I know it's a popular one. I probably should watch it someday. I know George Costanza is in it as a gargoyle. That's interesting. Let's see. Cars 2. Now here's another hot take. Cars 2 is the best one in the trilogy. Cars 2, it's not B tier. It's probably on the same tier as the original, but I do like it more. Just because it's like so weird in its concept that there's like they're like car Nazis in it. Bruce Campbell is in it as a spy and he gets killed. what's his name? Michael Caine? Oh, Michael Caine. Mr. Wayne. Mr. Wayne is in it as Finn McMisshaw. Finn McMisshaw, British intelligence. Tomato, average intelligence. Banger. Same, like, a little higher than Cars, but I do like Cars too. It's fun. Oh, and when he eats the wasabi, classic. The Jungle Book. I told you guys I'd have some things to say about Jungle Book. I like the Jungle Book quite a bit. This was probably my favorite one growing up. I just think I liked animals a lot growing up. I think the setting is fun. The songs are great. Bare Necessities is a banger. What other good ones are there in this? Is that the only banger? I feel like I'm missing one. There's Trust in Me, but that's like not really a banger. Do the elephants sing? What am I missing? I feel like there's at least one more banger in the Jungle Book. Do the vultures sing? The vultures are like based on the Beatles. I know that. Anyway. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing a song or two from the Jungle Book. But Jungle Book is going in A tier. I like it quite a bit. Meet the Robinsons. Oh, okay. Can I get on my soapbox right now? Everyone pay attention. If you have not watched Meet the Robinsons in the last 5 to 8 years, 5 years. Okay, let's put it 5. Sorry. Let me repeat myself. If you have not watched Meet the Robinsons in the last 5 years or at all, go watch it right now. It is a banger. It is so good and so underrated. More people need to talk about Meet the Robinsons. I still think it's a phenomenal movie. I'm putting it in A. I'm putting it in A tier. It's still at the point where 3D animation isn't the best, but the story and concept alone is so good. And like, I don't want to spoil anything, but the ending is so good, and the song is so, yeah, it's a banger. Oh, Monsters Inc. is another banger. I always grapple between Monsters Inc. and The Incredibles for what is my favorite Pixar movie. And I think it's Monsters Inc. I think Monsters Inc. is my favorite Pixar movie. It's so good. The characters are so good. The music is so good. It's a banger. I love Monsters Inc. Hercules Zero to Hero, I have not seen. Cinderella 3, I have not seen. So if everyone has thoughts on Hercules Zero to Hero or Cinderella 3, maybe they're hidden bangers, let me know. Fox and the Hound is a banger. It's a very good movie. It's a very tearjerker. It's got excitement. It's very cute in the start. It's kind of terrifying by the end with that bear. I put it in A or B. I do like it. Isn't Kurt Russell in this movie? I feel like I remember hearing Kurt Russell plays a character. Maybe. I feel like he plays the Fox or the Hound. I'm not sure. But we'll put it in B. I quite like it. It just doesn't have that X factor for me. The Little Mermaid. Everyone loves this movie. I think it's quite good. I don't think it's the best, but I think it's quite good. I think it's worthy. I think if I liked it more, I'd put it in A. I think that's probably where it belongs, but I'm going to put it in B. It's good. It's not great to me. I will say this movie does have some banger songs. Under the Sea, Poor Unfortunate Souls, Part of Your World, all bangers. Yeah, I don't think there's a bad song in this movie. Not that I can think of, at least. WALL-E. All right, y'all, hear me out. D tier for WALL-E. I think WALL-E is very boring. I I remember seeing it in theaters and just being completely bored as a kid. And I've never had any urge to go rewatch this. Like, I think the start of it is very cool where he's alone on the planet. But I think once you get to space, it just loses all momentum when he's on the spaceship with all the, like, obese people. I just lose all desire to keep watching it. So, I don't quite like Wall-E all that much. I'm sure people will hang me by that. Piglet's big movie. I feel like this is another one I've watched because I was a huge Winnie the Pooh kid. But I don't remember anything about it, so it's going in not seen. Sorry, I want to check my text. The Three Caballeros. Have not seen. Atlantis. I hear good things about it. Have not seen it. Howl's Moving Castle. These are Studio Ghibli. Why is that in Disney animation? Weird. Yeah, no, I have not seen it. The only Studio Ghibli movie I have seen is Spirited Away, and I do want to see more. So, oh man, Leroy and Stitch? This movie's a banger. This movie's pretty good. I think it's like the third Lilo and Stitch movie. It's like the finale of the whole series, because there was a cartoon as well that I loved as a kid. In this movie, I remember being dope. Stitch is like a twin who's evil, and he gets this big civil war with all the aliens. It's probably not as good as I remember it, so I'm going to put it in C tier. But I remember it being a banger movie. Banger movie. Monsters University is an interesting one. Not as good as Monsters Inc., but it's not awful. I put it in C tier. It's kind of unmemorable. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about it. It is just okay. Charlie Day is in it. Is that his name? Charlie Day? Or is that his character's name? Am I crazy? But whatever. It's okay. Dumbo is a movie that has not aged well. What I always found interesting about Dumbo is that it's like 60 minutes. And you all know me, I love short movies. So whenever I watched Dumbo as a kid, I remember feeling like I was going in and out. Like, not a time commitment. I admire it for that. The racism, do not admire it for that. Yeah, I don't really have any strong. I'm probably gonna put it in D tier. Yeah, I'll put it in D tier. I don't really have any strong feelings on Dumbo. What is this? Secret World of Arrietty? Never heard of it. Tarzan 2? I feel like I have seen it, but I have no recollection. Beauty and the Beast. This looks not like the original. This looks like a holiday thing. Never seen the holiday thing. Peter Pan. What is this? Return to Neverland? Never seen it. Beauty and the Beast is a great movie. I think a lot of people would say it's like objectively the best Disney movie. It's not my favorite, but I might call it the best one. Like, you know, there's a difference between your favorite movie and the best movie ever. You're this or The Lion King. I'll put in A tier. Like, I probably enjoy it the same amount as The Little Mermaid, but I respect it more than The Little Mermaid. You know what I mean? I think, yeah, I just respect it more, you know? Gotta respect the game. Lady and the Tramp 2, another one I probably watched as a kid, I just don't remember. Looks like another Beauty and the Beast sequel I've never seen. Zootopia. I remember watching Zootopia with a friend because we both thought it was going to be really bad. Like, we were kind of hate watching it. And I remember walking out of it like, that actually wasn't that bad. Because I saw the idea. Like, when it was coming out, it was like kind of the furry movie. And I was a big hater of the furries at the time. I think it's quite good. We'll put it in B tier. I like Zootopia. Its messages are a little weird. Like, I mean, that's a bigger conversation, but equating race to predator and prey is kind of like weird when you think about it for more than a second. And I think it's trying to make you not think about it for more than a second. Another movie that's probably going to age kind of poorly, but anyway, a Goofy movie is very good. I quite like a Goofy movie. I love the start of it where it just says a movie and then boom, Goofy. I feel like if I rewatched it, it would go in A, but for right now, I'm feeling B tier. Yeah, I'm feeling B tier. Tinkerbell and Lost Treasure, I have not seen. The Good Dinosaurs, another one that I feel like I've seen, I just don't remember. I don't remember it being very good, but I don't feel like I have enough opinion on it. I'll put it in D tier. I think this one was just kind of boring, but the animation was beautiful. Planes, have not seen. Stitch, the movie. This is the other one I was thinking of. I don't really remember this one all that much, but I loved Lilo and Stitch growing up, so it's going right next to the other one. They're both pretty good, probably, maybe. Sleeping Beauty. No, it's really crazy. I have a niece named after this movie. And I have not watched it. I should probably watch it. It's probably good. Not seen. Sorry. Winnie the Pooh, I have not seen. I'm pretty sure it's the one that came out in like 2012. Great Mouse Detective, I have not seen. That's Mulan 2. Mulan 2, I have not seen though. So. Apologies if I'm missing out on a banger movie. Alice in Wonderland, another one. I know it's very iconic. Haven't seen it though. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, have not seen. Let's clear this. Oh, ooh, that was bad. Ooh, what's going on? Clear row images. Yep. Tarzan Jane, have not seen. Aladdin King of Thieves, have not seen. The Reluctant Dragon, have not seen. Cinderella. I'm pretty sure Cinderella is Kim's favorite Disney movie, but I think it's insufferably boring. Like, I'm tempted to put an F tier, honestly. I think it's very slow paced. It's just uninteresting to me. I don't like Cinderella. I respect it a little bit though, just because I think it's a 50s movie? I'm going to put an F. Oh, no, I don't think I can. Can I? I don't know. We're going to leave in F for now. Maybe I'll go back to it. Oh, man, we still got a lot. Well, maybe not that much. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have too much left. Okay. Cars 3. It's kind of on the same level as the other Cars movies, honestly. It's like not great, not bad. It's just kind of meh. They're all kind of meh. The Rescuers, I have not seen. What is this? Saludos Amigos? Haven't seen. Frozen 2 is bad. It's like, it doesn't have any bangers music wise. I know the production on this movie was hell. Like just the animators, the script, everything was rushed. Like, they didn't expect Frozen to be a big a hit as it was, and they just rushed a sequel to cash in on it, and I think that was a huge mistake. So, yeah. It made bank at the box office, so who am I to judge? Tarzan. Tarzan's very good. I think the action in this movie is very good. I don't think it's like one of my elites. I'm not gonna. Oh, yeah, I was just about to say I'm not gonna put an A tier. Put it in B tier. It's very good. Phil Collins on the soundtrack. Yeah. You'll be in my heart, no matter what they say. Oh man, beautiful. 101 Dalmatians 2, haven't seen it. Pinocchio. Out of all the Disney movies, I think Pinocchio is the one I respect the most. Because I think it's the second feature film they did. And after Snow White was a huge hit, they basically just went unlimited budget on this movie. And like every frame is a painting. Like if you have not rewatched Pinocchio, rewatch it and just think about the art that you're witnessing. I know that sounds super pretentious, but just like every artist that worked on this movie just gave it 110% because they could. Like it wasn't rushed. Like the difference between Pinocchio and Frozen 2 is this is what happens when art is rushed, and this is what happens when you give artists time, money, and resources. Like and the difference is night and day when you look at the quality between the movies. Not to diss anyone who worked on Frozen 2, but I think Pinocchio is just one of the greatest works of art ever made. It's not like... It's kind of the same vein of Beauty and the Beast, where it's not my favorite Disney movie, but I respect it the most. Doug's first movie. Haven't seen it. Never was a Doug fan. Melody Time. Never seen it. The Aristocats, never seen it. I know it's very popular. I'm pretty sure it's also very racist, which is kind of par for the course with these older Disney movies. Wreck-It Ralph. Listen, on scale of every Disney movie that has Sonic the Hedgehog in it, it's the top one, baby. S stands for Sonic tier. So I guess Ralph Breaks the Internet should be in it too, but no, we'll put it in A. I don't think it's on this tier, but I do like Wreck-It Ralph a lot. I very much admire the character of, and like the idea that the labels put on you do not define who you are, and you can break the mold, and this, and just the idea of two kind of broken out of their element characters come together to fight Big Bad. It's a good time. It's a fun movie. I like that movie a lot. Oh my gosh, A Christmas Carol? That Jim Carrey one is so freaky. I remember like covering my eyes in the theaters. I was so terrified of the motion capture. This is going in F tier. That's an awful, like, I might have to look up clips online because I'm not rewatching the whole thing. But I remember that movie looking terrifying. I think I saw it with my grandma, and it scared me so bad. Frozen. Okay, let's talk about Frozen. Now, is Frozen a good movie because it had such a big impact? Or is it a bad movie because of that impact and like how annoying it is now? Just because it's so over marketed and so oversaturated, and I'm sick of talking about Frozen. I'm sick of looking at Frozen. I'm sick of Frozen. Is it good or bad? Because I saw this in theaters and I thought it was quite good. I did say it's weird how it does kind of just drop the whole musical thing going into the third act, but whatever. Characters are fun. Anna and Kristoff have fun thing going on. Twist villain is kind of lame. Elsa, banger song with Let It Go. I mean, let's be real. I'm gonna put it in. Yeah, I'm not feeling B tier. I wanted to put it in B tier, but I couldn't. It's just kind of meh. I think it evens itself out for me. Dinosaur is a bad movie. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's a bad movie, though. I know this movie introduced me to the Carnotaurus, which is one of my favorite dinosaurs. And besides that, it's just very boring. I think it's just a bunch of dinosaurs walking through the desert, chatting it up most of the time. The monkeys are freaky. I don't like it. A Bug's Life is kind of just okay. I think it's going in C tier. It's like just a very okay movie. I remember watching it as a kid and thinking like, okay, this is just okay, you know? I don't have any glaring issues with it, but I don't really have any high praise. Maybe it's the most mid Pixar movie. It's like, I don't know, just kind of nothing. Now, The Emperor's New Groove is next, and I would like to say The Emperor's New Groove might be my favorite Disney movie. I think everything in this movie works. I think it's the funniest Disney movie for sure. It's one of the funniest movies ever to me. Every character is hilarious. Yeah. The animation is great. It's like one of those last 2D animated Disney films, and it's gorgeous. I love The Emperor's New Groove. Pacha? Isn't that right? Pacha? I always say that. Okay. Pocahontas. I loved Pocahontas growing up. I don't know what it was. I think this movie has some great music. Right Around the River Bend is a banger. Colors of the Wind is a banger. Even like Savages is a banger. Oh, Mine. Mine, boys, mine me that gold and the do 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 do. Okay, this has some great songs, some great animation as well. It's very beautiful. I probably like it more than most people do. I feel like people don't talk about Pocahontas all that much. I'm tempted to put it in A tier, honestly. I remember we had a Pocahontas ornament on our Christmas tree. It was her in this canoe. My family, we were big Pocahontas fans. I don't know what to tell you. Atlantis Milo's Return. Never seen it. Songs of the South. I think, isn't this the banned one because of being racist? Like a lot of Disney movies? So, never seen that. Tinkerbell, Never Beast, never seen. Princess and the Frog. I think Princess and the Frog starts out so good, but it gets kind of bad towards the end. I think everything is good up until she turns into a frog. And then it slowly gets worse and worse. And then it might get good again towards the end. I just, like... And there's some banger songs in this one too. Almost There. I'm almost there. Almost there. Oh, banger. And Friends on the Other Side is a banger. And then they just turn into animals, and it's kind of like, okay, what are we doing here now? I don't know. I don't buy the romance all that much. I think it's going in C tier. I think if it kept the legs from the first bit, it'd probably go higher, but to me, yeah. Bambi 2, haven't seen it. Tinkerbell, haven't seen it. There's a lot of Tinkerbell movies. Wow. The Tigger movie, I know I've watched this one. I just can't remember anything about it. I think it's kind of sweet, though. Roger Rabbit. Oh, man. This one... Is this even a Disney movie? Officially a Disney movie, you know what I mean? This almost beats out Pinocchio for movies I respect the most. And also, I think it's a great movie. It's going in S tier. I think Who Framed Roger Rabbit is brilliant. It's so funny. The animation is great. The blending, like how it is in this movie, it's never been done better. And it's like they are scared to do it again because it's so difficult, and I know the stories behind the scenes of this movie are crazy. The story is great. It's scary to kids. I know a lot of kids were scared of the Oh, what was the liquid called that he puts the shoe in? Oh, that's gonna bug me. Oh, someone look it up. Someone Google it. What's it called? He dips a shoe in it and it like dissolves the shoe. I don't know. Someone let me know. Oliver and Company I have not seen. I do know the banger song in it. Oh wait, what is it? I know there is a banger song in it. How does it go? I don't know. I know there's a banger song. I haven't seen it though. So Little Mermaid Ariel's beginning. Haven't seen it. Ariel origin story though. Interesting take. Fox and the Hound 2 I have not seen. Toy Story 3 is great. I mean, is anyone going to disagree if I put in A? I don't think so. I think it can go right next to the other Toy Story. It's funny. It's fun. The characters are as endearing as ever. Like, I don't know. Toy Story 3 is great. The ending is, like, sad and made me very sad as a child. Rescuers Down Under I have not seen. Brother Bear 2 I have not seen. Sword in the Stone I have not seen. Up. Up is immediately going into S tier. And before anyone says, I don't want to hear it, oh, you just like the first 10 minutes of Up. Up, only the first 10 minutes are good. No, the whole movie through is amazing. Yes, the first 10 minutes are great. Yes, the first 10 minutes make you cry. But the rest of it is so funny. Russell, great character. Like, the Doug and the dogs are hilarious. It's so good. And it remains, like, endearing and heartfelt the whole way through. When he has to literally let go of everything. He has to let go of Ellie in his house and his dreams to make the house float again so he can go help Russell is such a good moment. And then you at the very end it just shows the two chairs sitting together at the falls. Oh my gosh, I want to cry. It's so good. I love that movie. Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad have not seen. Treasure Planet. I hear great things about Treasure Planet. I have not seen it though. I would like to watch it someday. Fantasia 2000 I have not seen. Spirited Away. It feels weird putting a Studio Ghibli movie in this list, but I will rank it because it is great. I remember watching it and not being too impressed by it. And then I went to bed and I could not stop thinking about it. Like, I was just enamored by the story, the animation. I do think this movie is incredible. I would like to rewatch it and it might go up into S tier, but I'm going to put it in A tier for now. It's another movie that I respect maybe more than I enjoy. It is great though. Oh, James and the Giant Peach. Weren't we talking about this movie, Tara? What are we talking about this movie for? I don't know why, but I feel like we were. I'm gonna put James and the Giant Peach into F tier. I don't like this movie. I only watched it once when I was sick as a child and it scared me. So I don't like it. Brother Bear is okay. I think this movie kind of gets a bad rap sometimes. Yes, I know it kind of gets... let's put it right next to Princesses and the Frog because this is the thing. It is so good until they turn into animals. There should be a whole tier about that. It's very good until they turn into animals. I was probably singing the song. There's a song... I feel like, yeah, you were talking about James and the Giant Peach or something. Yeah, Brother Bear is in the same vein as Princess and the Frog. So good until they turn into animals. Valiant I have not seen. James, how are you? Isn't it a lovely day? I do not remember. You are speaking Latin to me right now. Bolt. Bolt's kind of bad. I'm going to put in D tier. I don't think it's the worst ever, but I think it's kind of not great. I don't have a lot to say about it, but I just don't have the vibes for Bolt. Brave? I have not seen. I'm pretty sure it's the only Pixar movie I have not watched. I would like to watch it sometime. I hear it's the worst Pixar movie, but who knows? I have Onward as one of the best ones. I know almost all the songs. I really like songs about friends. Maybe I'll rewatch James and the Giant Peach and I'll like it more. I just remember the stop motion scaring me. I'm not a big stop motion fan. Wait, how did Nightmare Before Christmas get into D tier? Go back into F tier. Good sir, what are you sneaking out of here for? You're a bad movie. Okay. Let me clear this row again. There we go. An extremely goofy movie. Obviously not as good as the first one. It goes to college. I'll be right back as well. There's a huge delay. Uh-oh. Goes to college. Put in D tier. It's probably not as good. Yeah, everything seems good on my end. Recess School's out. We just watched this for, well, not just. We watched it like 2 years ago for Dial-Up Movie Club, but I didn't like this movie. I'm going to put in D tier. Like, I don't know. It's just Recess. Excuse me. Oh, my allergies are so bad right now. I stayed home from work on Tuesday. It was rough. Oh, Tangled. Tangled is very good. I think Tangled is going in A tier. There's good songs in this. Characters are very memorable, lovable. I quite like Tangled. Oh, man. Sorry. Apologies. Apologies. I like Tangled. It's a good movie. Toy Story, the OG. It's another one that I respect it so much. I'll probably just put next to the other Toy Stories. These three are kind of all on the same level for me. It's very good. Obviously, a pioneer of its time, being the first fully 3D animated film. Characters are so memorable. Like, this is lightning in a bottle as a movie, you know? And it's a lot better than Snow White, so, I would actually rewatch it. Oh, Mars Needs Moms, I've never seen. I hear it's awful, though. Fantasia, I've not seen. I would like to watch Fantasia movies, though. Coco. I think Coco's really good. I'm not as high on Coco as everyone else seems to be, but I will put it in B tier. I think the animation is gorgeous. I love the music. I just think the story has some problems. Kind of in the second act, it feels like it kind of goes nowhere for a big chunk of it, and then it kind of remembers what it is. The twist is kind of like good, but not. That was creepy. Felt like I felt something on me. Coco is very good. I just think it has some issues that keep me from loving it. The Return of Jafar I have not seen. The Lion King is, in my opinion, not only the best Disney movie, but it might also be my favorite. It's gorgeous. When we did a whole episode about on Dial-Up Movie Club, and I get very emotional talking about it. Just the story, the themes, the music. Like, every song is a banger. Circle of Life, Can't Wait to Be King, Be Prepared, Hakuna Matata, Can You Feel the Love Tonight. They're amazing songs, and it's great. It's great. Pirate Fairy, have not seen. Frankenweenie, have not seen. The original Peter Pan. I'll probably put it in C tier. C tier seems right. It could maybe go to B. I haven't watched this since I was a kid, but I think it's just okay. I remember liking the pirates. I love Mr. Shmee. Oh, Captain, oh. The alligator's fun, but yeah, I don't know. Toy Story 4. You're gonna go right up by the other Toy Story movies, my friend. Gonna go right up there. Look at that. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4 Toy Story movies all next to each other because they're all great quality. They're all bangers, is what I would say if Toy Story 4 was a banger. Because Toy Story 4, unfortunately, is going into D tier. I do not like Toy Story 4. I think this movie is such a waste. You had such a perfect trilogy, and you went for the cash grab, and it shows. It's just lazy. It's boring. It adds nothing. It almost kind of ruins Toy Story 3 a little bit. But I will look at the movies as individuals. If you think about Toy Story 3 without thinking about Toy Story 4, the trilogy is amazing. Second Toy Story 4 comes in, it just muddles the water. Most of the cast is given nothing to do. It's so, like, Woody focused. I wouldn't even say Woody focused. It's so new character focused that completely forgets the supporting cast of the other movies. I get very frustrated talking about Toy Story 4 because I just wish it didn't exist. If I could maybe delete one movie from time, I don't know if it'd be Toy Story 4, but it'd be in the runnings. It'd get a nomination. Finding Nemo. Ooh, S or A. Ooh, it's a banger, but I don't know if I'm going to put it in A. I love Finding Nemo. It's a great movie. It's very fun. Another one with great music, great animation, especially for the time. Characters are very fun. Finding Nemo is great. What's not to love? What is this? Teacher's Pet? Never heard of it. 101 Dalmatians? I think is pretty good. It's pretty solid. I'll put it in C tier. It's like just average, you know? So 101 Dalmatians. Cruella de Vil wants to make them into coats, which, first of all, Cruella. Here's the thing about puppies. If you're going to be a dog killer, you know, first of all, don't be a dog killer. But second of all, don't kill them as puppies. Because here's the thing. Dogs do this thing when they grow. Yeah, I know it's crazy. And if you have 101 fully grown Dalmatians as compared to 101 puppy Dalmatians, you're going to make a lot more fur coats out of them. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but, you know, I'm speaking my truth, Cruella. You got to think. You know, you can't kill the golden goose. Hercules is another one I think is quite good. Not my favorite. I'm going to put it in C tier. I think Hercules is fun. I think the romance is fun. I think the music is fun. It just doesn't have that special sauce to it. You know what I mean? Just doesn't have that edge to push it up to B tier. Lady and the Tramp is a classic. I just don't really have a strong opinion on it. It's going in C. Sorry. It has this one iconic scene, and then I couldn't describe another scene in it. Except, I know there is another racist scene. A very, Siamese cats related racist scene. Oh, doesn't... yeah, Aristocats has the racist cats as well. Black Cauldron, have not seen. Make Mine Music, have not seen. The Wild. The Madagascar cash grab. I think it's bad. I haven't seen it since it first came out, but I think it's bad. It might go in F. Maybe I'll give the benefit of the doubt and put in D. I don't know. Maybe I should put in a not seen. It's because I know nothing about it. Lilo Stitch 2? Oh man, so there were 4 Lilo and Stitch movies? We'll put it by the other ones. I know I've seen it. I know I watched all of them. But we'll just put it there. We're almost done. Lion King 1.5. Very underrated. Banger movie. Another one, if you have not seen, I recommend it. I'm going to put it in A tier. It goes through the events of the Lion King through Timon and Pumbaa's perspective, and it's very funny. It's very funny. Also, some slept-on banger songs in there. Dig a Tunnel. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Quick before the hyenas come. Oh, banger. Banger. Okay. Inside Out. Another hot take. I think Inside Out is boring. I do not like Inside Out. I think it's just, it has a strong start, and then when sadness and joy kind of go on their mission, I don't care. I drop out. Yeah. I just think it's kind of boring. DuckTales the movie I have not seen. Bambi I have not seen. This is another one I greatly respect, though, because I hear that the animation is gorgeous. Kronk's New Groove. As a big fan of The Emperor's New Groove, and a big fan of Kronk, let me tell you, this movie is kind of bad. It is funny, but we did not need a whole Kronk movie. You know, too much of a good thing. You can drown. The Incredibles 2, I think, is overhated. I don't think it's good as The Incredibles, but I think it gets too much flack. I'll put it in B tier. I feel like most people would probably put in D or C. I think it gets a little too much hate. Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, Notre Dame, haven't seen. So Dear to My Heart, I have not seen. Finding Dory is another one that I think is bad. Unnecessary sequel. Kind of boring, too. It's kind of the Kronk thing. Like, yes, Dory is great in Finding Nemo. She's very funny. Did we need a whole movie about her? No. Sorry, Dory. Ratatouille. I want to rewatch Ratatouille. I have very bad memories of Ratatouille because I watched it when we had a screen in the back of our car, and we watched it as we were stuck in traffic in Wisconsin because I think it was like a world record car crash. Like miles of cars that had slid on ice and hit each other. Semi trucks were tipped over. My dad was out bringing food to people. And then me and my sister sat in the back of the car watching Ratatouille. Because it was a blizzard in Wisconsin. It was scary. Pocahontas 2 is another one. Like I said, my family is very big Pocahontas fans. And we watched this one a lot growing up. I like it a lot. Not even time for tea. Oh, what was the one dude's name? It was like her bodyguard. Oh, what was his name? That's gonna bug me. I'm gonna put the two Pocahontas next to each other. I think they're about the same quality, and I like them both. It's gonna really bug me. Let me see. Pocahontas 2 bodyguard name. Udamatamakin. That's it. Yes, Udamatamakin. Banger. And then she would always try to get him to eat or drink tea because they went to England. And they all make fun of the English. It's funny because I hate British people. Anyway, Moana. I think this is the last movie. Yeah, Moana is the last one. Moana is a banger. I'm going to put it in A tier. I don't think it's quite an S. I think it has some problems in the second act, but it's a banger. So this is it. This is the final ranking of Disney movies. Disney animated movies. S tier, got Emperor's New Groove, The Lion King, The Incredibles, Lilo and Stitch, Aladdin, Up, Monsters Inc., Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I'm not going to name them all, but yeah. Cinderella, I'm going to put you in D tier. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you in F. That was rude of me. You're not that bad. Let me clear this out again so we can have a better view of it. I'm pretty happy with this list. I'm pretty happy with this. So that was it. That was Disney animated movies. I think we can do one more before we go. Maybe not as big of one. Let's see. Do we want to do a video game one? Let's see. What do we got here? Sonic games? Oh, Sonic games would be fun. Should we do Sonic games? I could really nerd out about Sonic games. Let's do it. There's not nearly as many too, so we can... Let's add a row below. Add 2 rows below. We're going to call this one F tier. These are where the bad ones will go. Let's make this blue. If you feel it in your heart to do Sonic, you should do it. Thank you. And we'll put haven't played tier. All right. First of all, to let everyone know, this is my opinion, which means it's the correct opinion. If you disagree, you're wrong. Thank you. Anyway, Sonic Advance is very fun. It has some level design problems, but as far as like a 2D Sonic game goes, it's very fun. Game Boy Advance is a fun console. And I like the modern designs in the classic settings. You get to play as a bunch of characters and they all play a little different. It's fun. Okay. Sonic Jam I've not played. That's a Sega Saturn game. Sonic Lost World I've not played because it was only on the Wii U, and nobody owns a Wii U. If you own a Wii U, you're lying. Sonic Mania might be my favorite Sonic game. We'll see as the list goes on, but I love Sonic Mania. I think it's perfect. It's such like a good return to form. People criticize its lack of originality a bit, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I say. It's so fun. I love that game. I kind of want to go play it right now. Sonic CD, I don't like. I'm tempted to put in F tier, but I'm not. Sonic CD, I think the level design is overcomplicated. The music isn't nearly as good as the other Sega Genesis games. I don't like Sonic CD. It does introduce Amy and Metal Sonic, which are great additions. The future and past mechanics are cool, but you know, beyond that, not great. Sonic 06. I mean, it's the punchline of every bad joke. It's F tier. It's glitchy. It's horrible. I love the cutscenes in this game, though. I will say, I think the animations of the characters, I know they're kind of bad. A lot of times they don't even animate the mouth. But I just like the characters interacting. I feel like that's something the Sonic franchise is kind of lost. The characters just don't interact as much as they used to. Anyway. Sonic Forces, I'm going to put in D tier. And a lot of people would put it in F tier because it is a bad game. You can beat it in like 2 hours and they charge you $60 for it. It's crazy. But I used to speedrun this game. So I do kind of have that connection with it of like I was memorizing every level's layout to try and like get the fastest times on each level. It was very fun to try and beat these levels as fast as possible. So I do have a little bit more connection. If I didn't have that, I probably would put in F tier though, because it is a bad game. But I like speedrunning it. Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I think that's the second one. I don't think I played it. Sonic Unleashed. I think that's the definition of C tier. The speed sections in the daytime, where you're just Sonic, you're going as fast as you can. It's great. But then the Werehog segments are awful. They're so bad. Like the beat 'em up segments are boring. The levels take way too long. But like the normal Sonic levels kind of make up for it. So, yeah. Sonic Advance 2, we're just going to put right next to Sonic Advance 1. It's kind of the same thing. Just more. Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, Shadow the Hedgehog. This was the first Sonic game I ever owned. And I love this game. Like, unapologetically, too. I have replayed it, and I still think it's very fun. Like, it's so edgy. It's over the top. He's on a motorcycle with a machine gun, shooting aliens. And it's like, it's so much, but it's so fun. Yeah, I like Shadow the Hedgehog. And the music, doo-doo, psh, doo-doo, psh, banger. And I'm very excited for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie because Shadow's going to be in it and he's my favorite. Sonic Jump is an app. I have not played it. Sonic Rush. Oh, a Sonic Rush for the DS is so good. I'm going to put it in A tier. There are some bottomless pits and level design, kind of like the Sonic Advance games, that are very annoying. But getting to play as Sonic or Blaze is so much fun. The music, if you remember, well, if look up the song Back to Back from this game. It's so, like, it's so great. Back to back to back to back, back to back, 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 back. It's like very energetic. It's great. Sonic Riders I had for the GameCube. It's a lot of fun. It's like it's kind of like a Mario Kart clone, but it made itself unique by having the hoverboard mechanics instead of cars, which sadly they soon just made it cars, but whatever. Sonic and the Secret Rings I haven't played. Sonic Chronicles I have not played. I hear it's very bad though. What is Sonic Boom 2? Is that an app or something? Haven't played that. Sonic Boom. You know, I haven't technically played it, but I know enough about Sonic Boom to know that it's the worst one ever made. Like, maybe worse than Sonic 06. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is very good. Not my favorite Genesis title, but it is a very good game. It's fun to get to play as Knuckles. Add some more uniqueness to Sonic 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is kind of bad. Wow, this chill music is really going for me. I like it. I don't have much else to say about it. I just think it's kind of bad. Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing. Another Mario Kart clone, but not as unique as Riders. So I'm going to put in C tier. Kind of mid, you know. The OG Sonic the Hedgehog. The first one. I'm probably putting it in B tier as well. I think the first level really carries this. Like Green Hill Zone, obviously iconic. Do 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 banger. But the rest of the levels are just pretty okay. And you can't spin dash, so Sonic and the All-Star Racing Transformed is very good. I think it's a big step up from the original. I'm tempted to put in A. I'll probably put in B tier though. Because it, that was a great rendition of the song. Thank you. Oh, I have one of those coughs right now. You ever have it where you cough and every time you do, it's just pounding headache? That's where my cough is right now. So, unfortunate. But thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Sonic Generations. This is going to be close with Sonic Mania as my favorite Sonic game. These two are neck and neck. I love Sonic Generations. Sonic Spinball is bad. Controls very weirdly. And it's like just pinball, you know. I'm tempted. I'll put it in F. I don't like Sonic Spinball. Sonic Heroes, oddly enough, I haven't played. I know everyone either loves it or hates it. I feel like I would love it, but I just never had it. Never had a chance to play it. Sonic Pinball Party, I have never played. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I'm going to put it in B with Knuckles. Because effectively, they're the same game. This one just is kind of like an expansion on this. And they're both good. Oh, Sonic Battle. Kind of C tier. I don't know why I hyped it up like that. The art style is very cool. The concept is cool. I just think the execution isn't great. Sonic Drift 2. It's a very early racing game. Put in D tier. It's very basic. Sonic Boom Fire and Ice I haven't played. Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal I have not played. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is going up in S tier. I think it's the best Sega Genesis game. I think every level in it is amazing. Like, the level design is the most consistent in this one out of all of them. Tails is a great addition. The bosses are fun. I love Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I think that's just a great game. Sonic Advance 3, you're just going to go with the R ones. These three all kind of blend together in my head, so I can't really pick one out over the others. Sonic Adventure 2, I'm going to put an A tier. Because I think the Knuckles and Rouge episode, or levels, are kind of boring with the treasure hunting. But, oh my gosh, you start up that game. Okay, you ready for this? You ready for this? Here we go. Start with the game. You're on a helicopter. And Sonic goes, talk about low budget flights. No food or movies? I'm out of here. And then the pilot's like, no, the hedgehog is escaping. And he kicks out the door and he takes the wing of the helicopter and he starts flying down. And he uses the metal plate to surf down roads in San Francisco, all while this amazing music is bumping. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Oh, man. It's made the greatest opening to a game ever. I think it's incredibly hype. And then the introduction of Shadow the Hedgehog, my favorite character, is here. So, I love that game. And Sonic Adventure 1, honestly, probably A tier as well. I love Sonic Adventure. I don't have as much to say on it as the first one, but it is just as good. Maybe not as good, but just great. Sonic and the Black Knight I have not played. Sonic Colors. C tier. I'm not as high on it as everyone else is. Sonic, I think it's Sonic Dash. I think it's cut out. It's an app. It's like just a mobile game. It's like Subway Surfers with Sonic. I'll just put in D tier. It's fine. Sonic Drift is same as Sonic Drift 2 basically. Sonic Free Riders I haven't played. I heard it's awful because it's on the Xbox Connect. And the controls are just hard to control. Sonic R I have not played as well, but I hear it's kind of bad. So this is it. This is the Sonic the Hedgehog tier list. Whoa. Not as bad as I thought it would be, because what do we got? 3, 7, 11, 16 positive, and then 4, 8, 10, 13 negative. So more bad or more good than bad, which I was worried about. So yeah, that was that. That was Sonic the Hedgehog games tier list. If there's any tier lists that catch my eye, I'll do it, but that might be it for the stream tonight. Female cartoon hotties? I don't know. Avatar The Last Airbender character ranking? I love Avatar. NBA GOATs. I mean, it's Michael Jordan. We all know he's the GOAT. We all know. Genshin. I've never played Genshin Impact. FNAF character as well. Sports. Video games. Anime girl. Oh my gosh. People on this website are horny. Yeah, the Lego games. That's fun. Yeah, we might just end the stream here. Nothing else is really grabbing my attention. But I will be streaming again tomorrow. I'm planning on streaming Dead by Daylight, getting back to that. So tune in for that. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining in. It was fun. Let's have more of a chill stream. I don't know if it's hard to stream on my computer. I want to get more used to it. That's kind of why I'm doing these, because I would like to do more, but I'm not sure what to do with it yet. That's kind of why I tested out the simulators last week, and then I did the tier list today. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with it before I really, do it. So, anywho, thank you all for tuning in to the stream. Thank you all for hanging out. So, you all have a great night. Goodbye, everyone. Let's just chill for a moment and listen to the music. Let me turn up the volume here. Oh, it's all the way up. Let me turn it up on stream. Let's just chill for a second, listen to this audio. Of course, the song stops right when I do it. Let's just jam out. Have an awesome night, everyone. Have an awesome night.